we shouldn't dismiss Kamala Harris and underestimate her. For one, she's going to be a contrast with Biden. She's a lot younger than Biden, and when you were so used to Biden's trademark shuffle, we're so used to Biden looking around bewildered at the podium, like, which way do I go? We won't see any of this with Kamala Harris. In fact, it will be a contrast, a sharp and dramatic contrast. This woman, if anything, is excessive on the kind of bubbly side, the gesticulating side. Even her loud and hysterical laughter suggests a certain type of animal sort of vitality. And in fact, already the media is picking this up and trying to portray. Now, this isn't really going to work, but they're going to try it anyway. And that is try to make Trump into Biden. And what I mean is try to make Trump seem like he's the shuffling, unsteady, intellectually confused old man. So you'll be seeing a lot to that effect, because they're going to try to make this an election between a younger and newer generation. Now, Kamala Harris is not that young, but nevertheless, she is younger, substantially younger than Trump. So you're going to see some of that come out. I think the other thing is we're going to see from Kamala Harris, and with the help of the media, an erasure of the record, an erasure of the fact that Kamala Harris was basically right there with Biden, and not just that she was a loyalist who said to Biden, okay, you do what you want and I'll support you. She was an aggressive advocate of letting people in and not prosecuting people. And now they're trying to turn all of that around. Kamala Harris is a prosecutor, and so she's going to be tough on crime. She's going to be tough on the illegals. This is the sort of mythology of the Kamala campaign, and it's going to be the media campaign on behalf of Kamala Harris. Debbie and I were talking, and we're like, look, this is not an election to take for granted. Why? Because there's a certain camp on the right, and it's a pretty big camp, and it's like, we see through this nonsense. And there's a certain left-wing camp that is in favor of the things that Kamala Harris is trying to do. And so the election is fought over the large middle that doesn't pay that careful attention to politics. And the question is, do they believe all the things that they've been seeing around them? Carjackings, crime, higher prices, and do they attach those to the Biden-Harris administration, not just to their, quote, record, but to their intentions and their policies and their worldview? Or do they just listen to the news and go, oh, well, she's a prosecutor. I guess she's going to be really tough.